I love having a doer because, number one, I actually have someone who wants me to succeed. They want to service my clients. They want me to hit my goals, and they want me to help me do it faster. And Grace has trained these people on exactly what I need them to know, from vendors to software to how to engage. And then we even have a system to use to stay connected in Basecamp. It is literally a seamless process of someone has just dropped into my lap to help me succeed faster. Let me explain how having a doer has increased my productivity. Let's take today. So I'm meeting with Grace and team, and guess what's happening? Somebody's doing work for my business right now. So I'm learning, I'm working on my business, and my doer is working in my business. Now, what does that really mean? I have tried to get a Facebook ad live going to my lead magnet for 90 days. Well, I'm here with Grace and team, and my doer is doing all the back end stuff. So what took me 90 days will probably take him 90 minutes. The one task that I've outsourced that I never have to do again is tech. And I'm so excited because if I never ever have to touch tech again, I don't have to now. And my doer loves tech. What complimentary team, right? I'm like, what's that thingy? And he's like, he fills in the blank and says, that's what you're talking about, right, Rob? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, can you make that work? He's like, yes. And then he confirms with me to make sure that it's the right, task and that he's understanding what I need him to do. And then he does his work and he comes back and it's done. So the best way for me to think about answering the idea of how valuable my doer is to me, I think about it in stages. I think about my transition stage, I think about training, and then I think about once we get really up and running. I would say in the transition phase, my doer has saved me at least 10 hours a week now, which is, that's great. Where I'm really excited about as I get better at leading him and actually giving him more tasks, he's really going to do more. And then once he understands my business a little bit better, I imagine that the synergy between my doer and myself over the next, I would say once we actually get into the best rhythm, he's trained and I'm trained in giving him as much as I can, I imagine that it will look like 1 + 1 = 3. So what I like about having an outsourced doer in terms of working with someone else, bringing someone else into my business. So I've hired people, I've outsourced it to India, I have hired part-time people, I've hired interns, and I've never had this experience before. And what do I mean by this experience? One, they came trained in exactly what I need them to do. That was really huge. And secondly, my doer really wants to please me. He is always saying, is this exactly what you want? I want you to be happy. What else can I do? I've never had anyone come into my business who is as trained for as reasonable a rate that provides such quality that really wants to please me. And that's really exciting for me.